Hello, everyone. Well, I don't know why I'm saying that. Dennis is in front of the camera.
Howdy.
Howdy, partner.
Yeah.
Hey, well, hold on. We do not own this music, but this is the week, and we're going to do this. You ready?
Oh, Lord. He will be unlivable.
Yes, I am going to be unlivable for the next week.
Probably for the next month.
Oh, come on. No, I'm not. So that is the... Oh, Jason Klaus sent me an email.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble now.
Uh-oh, my sheriff just sent me a message.
He's like, you're getting arrested for copyright infringement.
No, okay. I'll look at that here in a little bit. But, everybody knows this week, this Thursday, actually tonight, in several big theaters around the area, is the early premiere of Superman the movie. So, which is going to be awesome. Our good friends from the Superman Museum, Morgan and Adam, they are there. I have been watching their Facebook page, and I am envious. I am jealous. I wish I could be there. I love the photos. It's just awesome. It is awesome to see all those photos. I mean, again, I can't... Yes, what you just said there.
Right.
Again, I wish I could be there. Just seeing the red carpet is immaculate. I mean, so, yeah, as you see, this is just part of my Superman collection. Yes, I'm drinking out of my Superman cup. 90% of what you see out here on the table, I bought from the Super Museum. So yes, it's, yeah. So get all your Superman wants, needs. Even my shirt I got from the Superman Museum in Metropolis, Illinois. Dude, I'm stoked about the movie. I am.
Adrian says, "Hey guys."
Hey son. I'm stoked about the movie. Wednesday evening, Jess and I. Well, real quick, we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Happy after 4th of July, everyone. Heroes for Kids went out on last Thursday for 4th of July at the Perry, which was the 3rd of July, at the Perry Park Center. We did a pop-up shop, and we took out some of our old posters, signed autographs, and old Comic-Con posters. Did some autographs and photos with people before the fireworks and that happened. You got to networking definitely. Yes. Hopefully, we get to see a lot of people coming to the show this next week.
Yeah,
in less than 2 weeks. Yes.
That's scary stuff right there.
So yeah, tell me about it. I mean, we're
talking 13 days.
Yes.
Oh. Crap.
Mary Jo did not put the countdown calendar on the website because she didn't want it to on her brain. So and on everybody else's.
Right.
You guys didn't got to enjoy the fireworks. I didn't.
Yes. Well, some jobs are a job for Superman.
Yeah. Apparently, and I'm not going to say any names or anything, but Superman had to jump into action. We had a lady pass out, literally almost right behind our booth, and I found her. But when I found her, she was awake, and we talking to her a little bit. But then all of a sudden, within a matter of just a couple minutes, she passed out again.
It was pretty hard.
And again, this is when we say, be safe, watch what you're doing. Unfortunately, it was nothing. It was medically done by herself. Not only being hot, but she was also intoxicated. But ambulance come by. She was taken care of. She's all good. The funny thing is everything that I did, I was dressed as Superman. So she was just.
You couldn't just fly her to the hospital, huh?
But it was just the it's Superman every time. So, but no, it was.
You should have looked over and said, "There's internal bleeding." So
Be
brace
still.
yourself.
Yeah.
Be still. This is gonna hurt.
But no, the EMTs got there, took her to the hospital, got her taken care of. You know, and then I made it over there just in time for the grand finale of the fireworks. So yeah, and then it was changing, packing everything.
You weren't
up.
like this.
No, I was not doing that. No. But got over there in enough time to see the grand finale. Then we changed, packed everything up, come home. No, I had good time networking, minus the jumping into first responder mode. 4th of July celebration was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
So how was your
So
experience?
Superman had the Superman and Superman week.
Yeah. Not the week before Superman
Week before
yeah.
Superman week.
So,
So
but dude, you I think there was a couple people that were asking about Batman, but you came out as Captain America.
right.
You and Jody took some awesome photos together.
Oh yes. We had Rob take the photo, and he hasn't gotten to it yet. But one of Jody's friends saw it, and he was like, "I'm getting on that right now." So he jumped in and he come up with something. And it's pretty awesome. So, and yes, it is reminiscent of the Civil War storyline with the explosions and all that stuff, and the repulsors off the shield and all that stuff. So it was good. It was, what's the word? Iconic. Yeah, that's the word. Uh-oh, are you in trouble?
No.
So, but yeah. So, and of course, Chris Kreider got to debut his Daredevil.
My wife looked at that. It's good. I just gotta let my wife. Some email from the office, so it just about health insurance. So I'll just leave that up and go there. Okay, all right, we're good. We're back at it.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, Chris Kreider debuted his Daredevil, and
oh, dude, that
was awesome. It was spot on.
Yeah.
He,
And then
he even didn't shave or anything. So
JD had Bane there.
Yeah.
There was kids afraid of him. It was awesome
yeah.
because he had Batman's helmet like around his neck as a necklace,
chained to his chest. And people are like, "Are you Batman?" And he's like, "No, I killed Batman." They're like, "Ooh!" Yeah, they were scared of him.
It was awesome.
It was kind of funny. The way the kids were like, "Okay, there's Captain America. Okay, he's a hero. There's Daredevil. Oh, he's a hero too. Who's this guy?"
And what makes it bad is I was the only DC character there. I think that I was the only.
Yeah, we had Wolverine, we had Captain America, we had Daredevil.
No, other than Bane, I was the only.
Other than Bane, you were the only DC.
Yeah.
So you should dress as Gambit and.
Should have, but yeah, then people wouldn't have. Yeah, no, I had a lot of people that were asking me for Superman because earlier in the day, with it being Thursday, we do weddings at the courthouse.
Right.
Okay, the judge does his weddings, and there was a wedding party, and if there's kids in the wedding party, I'll have a stack of photos or something at my desk of me as Superman, and I'll whip out a from Superman type deal and get one of them reactions. Well, I only had one left in my office, so I gave it to one of the kids that was in the wedding party. There was 3 kids. So I told him, I said Superman will be at the park this evening for fireworks. If you guys show up at the park for the fireworks, I'll give the rest of you guys. Superman will sign autographs for the rest of you. So they showed, and they did. They showed up
Right.
at the fireworks celebration that evening. So
Good
so
deal.
they so Grandpa went and got married that afternoon, and in that evening to celebrate, they all went to a 4th of July celebration in Perryville. So it was pretty cool.
Okay, no Mitchell, Johnny Blaze. You know who that is.
Yes.
And they're like, "What's up, fellers?"
Hey.
And all watching. And a big wave from
Noah, how's it going? Johnny Blaze, how's it going? And all watching. All right. Dude, again, the 3rd of July was awesome. I know you
Right.
had some pretty good experiences, and even though I kept detouring you the other way because
Yeah.
I had,
Yeah.
well, I went out and I grabbed a set of hype cards that
Right.
we got for the show, and I'd already gotten one side of the out there by the where everybody was seating.
So we were headed toward where you had already handed out the hype cards.
So I come running down there real
So
quick.
you hand them to us and say, "Go that way, go that way." So we go that way. So then we hand out the hype cards over in that direction.
Then
So
you come
then-
back and get
So
drinks.
then we're like, okay, we're gonna come back and get drinks. Then we're gonna go to the other side and say hello to people. And he's like, no, you gotta take pictures with these guys. So we go back here and we take pictures with those. Now can we go over there? And he was like,
3 times, I
and then
think
he
it
was
was.
like, yeah, 3 times. He was like, no, you gotta go over here. No, you gotta go over there. So finally we get over there, and wouldn't you know it, they start the show while we're over there. So we gotta beat feet back and. So anyway, yeah, it was fun.
We had a blast. Now Saturday, or not Saturday, Friday. Jess and I went up to St. Louis. Where was it at? I think it was, go ask Mom where we were at on Friday.
You're like Howie on Big Bang Theory. Mom,
No,
where were we?
yeah, we're in the basement. Mom, where were we?
We will be so carry. Where is this place?
We were in St. Louis. So we went up there to and help represent Tully Tires. I guess
Hey,
it's
Jody.
hey Jody, what's up?
So anyway, you went up to St.
Yeah,
Louis.
we went to St. Louis to go help Tully Tire with their 4th of July parade.
Mhm.
Got up there. We were a secret, so Rachel and I dressed as Superman and Supergirl for to help Tully Tire out. Now Rachel works for Tully Tire.
Right.
So, and the company didn't even know she was dressing up as Supergirl.
Almost sounds like Teletubby.
Yeah.
Totally tired.
Tully Tire.
Yeah.
So we get up there, and they have us in one of the back rooms. We're in Rachel's office, and toward the back of the building, and we're back there getting suited up, waiting on to come out, and we come out with thunderous applause, USA.
Hercules.
Yeah. Shut up. Hey Chris, how's it going? So we get out there, and
Webster Grove's on Friday, and then you guys made a short tour to the square.
okay, we were
Yes.
at Webster Grove on Friday. That's where it was
Webster
at.
Grove,
So
okay.
Webster Grove, dude, Webster Grove has like, and no joke, it is like one of the top 5 largest parades in the St. Louis area. And when I'm talking top 5, I mean 5,000 to about 10,000 people show up to watch this parade. The parade, somebody Googled it at the end of the parade on where the parade route started and where it ended. 3.5 miles.
And then they made you walk back.
No, I walked the whole thing.
You walked the whole
I
thing.
walked the whole thing.
Yeah, but I'm talking about once
No,
you got to the end.
I would have never made it back. There was that many people. Oh my God! I mean, you know how here when we do our parades and we walk and we we high five and congregate a little bit with the parade goers. Okay, there's a staging. Their staging area is literally at the start of the parade, so it's not like it's over in this. Everybody parks in this parking lot and then you come out and then hit the parade. No. you're in the street already. So you've got people in lawn chairs already sitting there watching everybody get ready to go. I mean, and we were getting bombarded. Rachel and I were getting bombarded with photos right there. I mean, we got there about 30 minutes before the parade started. I took 10 times more photos there than I did the night before here in Perryville for the 4th of July, than the 3rd of July celebration. I mean, and there was more people. I mean, oh my God, it was
insane.
It was. I mean, we tried walking around. Next thing you know, can we get photos? Yeah, we get photos. And if we would have stopped at the end of the parade, you know, for the parade here, we can literally walk back through the parade, and it's still, we're good. Oh my God, no! It was like, get me in a vehicle, let me sit down, because oh my God, it was. I mean, I had a blast with it. It was fun. I mean, we walked. It was high. It was waving, and then when we would go to turn a corner, Rachel and I would swap sides, and lo and behold, she was the one that got the shade every time we flipped sides. I was like, you gotta be kidding me! I was in the sun the whole time. So every time we turn a corner, I would be over here. She would be in the shade over here. When we go to make that left turn, we'd flip. She was in the shade on that side of the street, and I was in the sun. We'd go turn another turn, and it'd flip again, and the same thing. I was like, son of a gun, oh my God.
Well, you are bigger than her. You couldn't just pick her up. No, it's your turn.
Yeah. No, it was good. We had a blast. We kept hydrated. Just about did us in, but no, we kept hydrated. We were good.
How did you hydrate during the parade?
We didn't. We hydrated before the parade, sipping. That way, but then afterwards, we made sure that we got stuff when we got to the end staging area.
Right.
We sipped on water and Gatorade all the way back, and then we did that when we got back to their shop.
Right.
So that way we didn't fall out. So
Right.
I mean, because going from the heat into the AC like that, it can do some pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what happened with Jess, and
Right.
we were doing everything right. It was just we were watching each other, making sure everybody was good.
Right.
And cool thing about it is we actually had 2 bicycle cops right in front of us. They pedaled the whole parade, and they were right in front of us. So if we needed something, all we had to do was say, hey. I ended up playing football with a kid in somebody's yard.
Mm-hmm.
He chucked me a football. I chucked it back and launched it. We photobombed. We had enough space in between where the parade was, where we were at. Rachel and I jumped up on somebody's front porch and photobombed because they were doing a family photo, and we jumped up there in the middle of the family photo. Jumped back out. Oh my God! It was like happy, yelling "Happy 4th of July," and then it was like, okay, I can't hear you. Oh my God! It sounded like we were in a football game as we were walking down it was cool.
Elder Max says, hey, and Jody says, I thought you loved the yellow sun.
I do love the yellow sun, but there is a
But
little
it doesn't
thing
love
called
him back.
there is a little thing called too much of that yellow sun.
Yeah, he did a little bit.
My face was quite red by the time. I'm surprised it didn't burn. But no, it was awesome. Had an awesome weekend. Then we went up to the car show on Saturday here on the square for a little bit, and
Listen to the band at all?
we listened to a couple songs. Went and visited a few people. We were up there maybe 30 minutes. And though this is not for sympathy for Jess, we think that Jess had a minor heat stroke when she fell out at the ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Either a minor or a minor heat stroke. And so literally 15. I mean, if she's out in the heat outside more than 15 minutes, she starts getting shaky, starts getting a headache. So she can't be out in the sun outside very long. So when we were backtracking it to the 4th, She didn't walk in the parade. She sat in one of the owner's vehicle with the AC literally blaring on her like crazy. So I mean that way she could keep, and she was handing stuff, I guess, out to people to pass out to the patrons on the side. So, but we had a blast. So that was our week. That was my weekend. Your weekend, besides the 4th, what did you do on the 4th? Or
well, actually, I blew up a pool on our back porch.
see, I told you it was full of hot air.
I used an air pump, the bat pump. So
No, and then Alfred, if it's with the bat pump, Alfred used it.
no,
Oh, Alfred put his foot down and said, "You pump it up."
yeah. Oh, I pumped it. So basically, me and the kids, we sat out on the back porch, listened to music, and dangled our feet in the pool.
Okay,
That's
pretty much.
we were trying to get Darren to sit down in the pool. But,
He just wouldn't do it.
and he's like, no, I'm not feeling that.
That's okay. That's all
So,
right.
but we slept late. We ate lots of food. We dangled our feet in the pool. It was kind of cool. Laid back, just having a kid weekend, and bonding with them. So
Awesome.
it was nice and restful and relaxing. Because I know within the next 2 weeks we're going
Oh
to be
my
going
God!
through.
This week and
No,
next week,
right.
Yeah.
So once Thursday comes around, it's like it's running the gauntlet, boys.
Yeah,
It's running the
yeah.
gauntlet.
Speaking of this Thursday, well, let's this Wednesday, Jess and I will be running down to Cape Theater, getting things set up, because we will be down there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday and Friday from 6 to 10, and you never know. Superman will be there all 3 days, but you never know what DC villain or what other DC hero will be there to help Superman out with the Superman premiere this weekend. So that is Friday and Saturday. Superman and his friends and villains will be there for from 6 to 10 on, or 6:30 to 10 on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday we will be there from 10 to pretty much whenever they kick us out. 10 a.m. to whenever they kick us out. Come out and get your photos. We will be doing. We will have tickets for sale for the Comic-Con. We will also, and you never know. You may end up seeing Superman and one of his friends jumping in and watching the Superman movie with you at some point.
Mhm.
So, but that'll be Cape Theater, the Marcus Theater down in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the Superman premiere this weekend. So I look forward to seeing it. I know you do. I've heard a lot of stuff. The clips, from what I understand, the clips and stuff, that I have not seen any spoilers, heard any spoilers, but from what I understand, especially from us, and anybody that loved the 90s Adventures of Superman animated cartoon, that's about like the aesthetic that you're getting in the movie.
Right.
And I've heard that from a lot of people. I heard Corn Sweat does an awesome job. So again, looking forward to seeing it. Boy, this is kind of ironic. My first Superman piece that I ever had bought is right here, and literally the last piece I just bought is right here.
Right.
How cool is that?
That is right.
that is. So this one here from the Superman Museum. This one here from Heroes Complex.
Yeah.
So yeah. So and then you got my little Christmas ornament with Christmas. We got a little, almost a generation. I know Heroes Complex. Yeah. Almost a generational thing we got up here.
Yeah.
So you got Superman versus Superman of Earth 3, which is Ultraman, which is this one right here. I picked that one up at Metropolis. This one at the Heroes Complex. I picked the New 52 Superman statue, Justice League statue, I've got a Batman statue that matches that one, but I picked those up in Metropolis, and in this one here, this Todd McFarlane digital direct, which is the Jim Lee Superman standing on the eagle's head of a skyscraper in Metropolis.
Right.
I picked this one here as an iconic pose, but this one here I picked up at GameStop. So it was where I picked that one up at. So again, just a little bit of my Superman. So again, and then the Superman shirt from Metropolis Superman Museum. So yeah.
Jody says, I've heard that Corn Sweat is the closest we've had to read.
That pretty close. Yes. You know,
I mean, sometimes when I look at him, I kind of see more of Henry Cavill.
by looks, he looks like a young Henry Cavill.
Yes.
But you know, when you go by acting prowess for it, he graduated from Juilliard.
So
he's got a little bit of that same acting as
street cred.
As Christopher. Oh, and by the way, to really throw it back, I have the little green coupe that Superman crashes into the rock from Superman #1 sitting down there too. I have to get Superman 1 involved in that one.
What we need to do is have you adopt the pose where you're like this,
And then somebody
somebody taking the camera and putting the car right here, like that.
angle it. Yeah.
So that you look like you're picking up the car.
Do it in the corn sweatsuit.
Yeah, do it in the corn.
Yeah, because that's as high as I can raise my.
Right. You're like,
So
hold it with your head.
But look forward to seeing everybody. Look forward to seeing all of our volunteers to make this an awesome weekend for the Superman movie down in Cape Girardeau, or any and then all the other. I'm excited about it. I love every version that we've gotten of Superman. I do. You know, each one shows a little different, so I mean it's cool. And then Sunday, Jess and I will be at Metropolis. Son of a gun. We will be. Yes, tell me about it. I do. Again, it is the Superman week, so my brain is all Superman ready. We will be at the Machinist Hall in Bridgeton, Missouri, for the Toyman Show, where we will be hanging out with Paul Taylor, Pinhead Judgment. So
Chick-fil-A connoisseur.
Yes, and also Patricia Peppermint Patty Pats will
Say
be
that
there.
4 times.
Tell me about it.
You can.
She will be there as well. So look forward to seeing both of them this weekend at Toyman Bridgeton. We will be doing a pop-up show. Well, Heroes for Kids will be there. We will be doing a pop-up show for Heroes for Kids Comicon, and we will have tickets for sale. Well, we'll have tickets for sale regardless. But we may even do like what we did last year, and may do a discount on them. So you never know. You may be one of those lucky people that get those discounted tickets this weekend for the Heroes for Kids Comicon, which is, drum roll please, that following weekend. Hold on, we got to do it again. Got to do it again. The 19th and 20th of July. So, again, we do not own the rights to the music, but it's awesome music and can't wait.
Hopefully it's in the public domain. We won't do a cease and desist order from it.
So,
which hopefully we'll be able to post this on Facebook without copyright issues.
well, that means you got to get it posted on what do you call it? YouTube
Before they realize.
Before they realize it.
No, when they publish it, they go over it with a fine-tooth comb, and then they think, "Oh, you can't do that."
Yeah. But just want to say again, hey, we're advertising. You know what? I'll send if they knock it out, if they kick it out, I'll send a message to James Gunn and have James Gunn do our plea to Facebook to let us to put it in our. There we go.
Or threaten them or whatever.
So
Rachel says you're playing my song. Rachel.
Rachel, yes. So
Rachel, I heard you had a blowout at 1,000 miles an hour and took out a skyscraper.
She did a skid mark halfway across.
A skid mark.
She went to stop and skid, and she blew her boot out.
Yeah. Didn't stick the superhero landing.
Oh no, I've got the boot up in the office to prove it. I've got to try fix. I want to try fixing it. But Heroes for Kids Comicon, July 19th and 20th at the Perry Park Center. Our beneficiaries this year are the Captain Doran Foundation and the Perry County Community Task Force. Special guests include
Milo Barnhart, the Disney animator of Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid and just about everything that has to do with Disney. And then we've got Scott Ennis, the guy
not just Disney though, video games, Dragon's Lair, Scooby-Doo,
yes,
Gem and the Holograms, also worked on Star Trek the Motion Picture.
yes, he's done a lot.
Yes.
And then Scott Ennis, who does just about every voice in Hanna-Barbera, he's also done voice work for pinball games,
Yes.
video games, and yeah, he's done a whole bunch of stuff too. And then this guy, your bud, Jerry the King
Lawler, who slapped the taste out of Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
And then
and I
he
don't
was
blame him.
who was also so look forward to that. Check out our website and check out our videos here of Scott and Jerry Lawler. The venue again is 800 City Park Drive. Next week we will be doing a live on location. That way we can show vendors where you will be parking, which will be back around this side of the building. That's up front. Everybody will be coming through the front. General admission, everybody, the patrons will come through the main door of the show. And good view of what our show floor would look like. So, the Villains Cafe, check it out. All non-alcoholic beverages. Click out the cafe for the different options and stuff. Look at our menu that we have downloaded for the that will be there at our Heroes for Kids Comicon. If you're wanting to sponsor, we are still taking sponsors all the way up. Even that day, anybody wants to sponsor even that up to that weekend, you will get your you will get noticed. You will get that money goes to our two organizations. So click on this link, or you can be a sponsor and donate right there at the show. So individual sponsors and company sponsors, we welcome it all.
Never too late.
Tickets that are on sale right now, and again, you will don't go by any. There are no flash sales. You can't get them on any other websites. This you either have to get them through here or at the door, or from Jess or Jess or herself at Toyman. That is it. Do not. We've had scammers already try doing stuff with tickets. I mean, come on. There is no.
And we hate to do that. We hate to turn you away at the door because you didn't pay us.
Yeah.
You paid somebody.
If you go online, if you go online and get the tickets, we receive an email stating that you purchased the tickets. That way we know who's got the tickets. So if I don't, you will be paying at the door. Early bird weekend passes. Look at this. We got that awesome cup. And then the blurred photos in the back. But you got VIP, early bird weekend passes, which gets you the limited edition Heroes for Kids Comicon 2025 poster, a 24-ounce BPA-free souvenir cup, along with a drink filled of your choice at the Villains Cafe, the VIP badge, and early entry Saturday morning. So you get first pick of all the cool items that are going to be there, and also be first in line to see our guest. General admission weekend pass is $10. And just to give you a heads up, the VIP tickets, we only do a limited amount and they're almost sold out. So if you want them, get them now. General admission weekend pass, $10, guys. And again, all this money from all these all goes to the Captain Dorn Foundation and a Perry County Community Task Force. Saturday only general admission, $7. Sunday only general admission, $6. So I mean, come on. I mean, let's do it. Let's get out here. Let's have fun. There's going to be a lot of activities going on throughout the day. Panels and all that, costume contests, D&D, Smash Brothers, trivia, brick building from Legos. I mean,
there's something for everyone.
Oh yeah. Individual sponsorships. We have individual sponsorships $50, and sponsorships are start at $150. So click on the. You can click on these links here. And again, activities will pop it right here.
Rachel says, "Oh my God, not a skid mark." You're the one who said it.
I did. Again, costume contest, Smash Brothers, Dungeons and Dragons, and that's just on those activities. The event schedule, click on here, boom, boom, boom. Pull that up real quick. Again, there's a silent auction we will have, D&D, Smash Brothers, panel with Scott Ennis, brick by brick building competition, an artist competition. That is just on Saturday. Sunday, more D&D, trivia, another sketch battle. Oh, wait a minute, that's costume contest. Sketch battle on Sunday, and finishing up on the silent auction on Sunday as well. Then we have our check presentation at the end of the show, where we donate the money to our two organizations. So again, it's going to be awesome to be able to do that. Vendindiers. Yeah, Vendindiers. Hell, we'll read over them real quick. What do you want to do? The artist first?
Yeah, let's do the artist first.
All right, go for it.
Okay, art by Adam Zabo, Chris Ebert, Bob Hamby, Celestia Johnson art, Tessa Johnson, I wonder who that is, Podium's paintings, Fantasy Realms, and Build Us Thick.
All right, we have for authors, we have Richard Beauchamp, Todd Black, Books and Crafts by Justice, Amy Hale, Morgan Strong Comnick, Golden Hollow, Weston Kincaid, Ellie Mack, and Deanna Morgan.
For our general vendors, we have the 501st Rebel Legion, 573 Collectibles,
Sunday only.
Sunday only, Bone Cave, Boot Hill Bat Fan, Chelsea Quinn Cosplay, Colonel Ann Bush Handmade Jewelry, Critical Crafter, The Crystal Lizard.
We have Custom Wreaths by Bev, Duncan's Laser Engraving, Extremicon, Foam Forgeries, Gotham City Comics and Collectibles, yours truly, Heroes for Kids, Impressive Inks, Infinity Comics.
Okay, then we've got J&M 3D prints, just like our fan fictions, Leisure Time Treasures, the little black jumping, Low Cools, Marcus Theaters, Cape Girardeau, Mercy Perry Ambulance, and Midwest Throwdown Professional Wrestling.
We have the Missouri Chip Program. We have Raymond Santa Funko Pops. That's where I get all of my Funko Pops from. Pence Productions, Perry County Sheriff's Department, Perry County Fire Department, Perryville Police Department, Quilting Mother CR Printing, and Red Brick Collectibles. And we are still missing one on here.
Okay, so we've got Brian Rischerity, St. Louis Brick Fanatics, Villainous Grounds, Brad and Lisa Worrell.
And we also have a new one that just popped up. We have the Superman Collectors Group will also be one of our vendors as well. So he will have some figures. You never know what he's going to do. A lot of superhero stuff that will be there. Superman figures, Superman rings. You never know. Some capes, autographed memorabilia from different Superman and different other actors from the Superman movies. So it will be. It's going to be awesome.
Chelsea says,
"Hi, hello, Chelsea." So again, I look forward to seeing everybody here. Let's get back up here to our home page. All right. So again, the times for Heroes for Kids Comicon: Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5. This is general admission. Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5, and Sunday 11:30 to 5. If you get the VIP, not only do you get all that cool stuff that we showed you, you also get in at 9 o'clock. So, and again, tickets on that are going fast. We only have a few of those left over, so look forward to seeing everybody when we get those. So yeah, look forward to seeing everybody next weekend, July 19th and 20th, Perry Park Center. Let's have a blast. Let's raise a lot of money. Again, once expenses are paid, 100% of the proceeds goes to the Captain Dorn Foundation and the Perry County Community Task Force. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. Yeah, I mean, Dennis, it's going to be a fun ride. We've got a little bit more behind the scenes stuff we've got to do for organizational wise. But other than that, we're ready to go.
Ryan's posted something about Green Jelly Productions.
Huh?
September 13th.
Okay, I have no idea what that is.
He
Okay.
posted on there. Yeah, something going on in September.
Okay, we'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to seeing everybody at Heroes for Kids Comicon. Kick this light back on. All right. Man, we go. But again, look forward to seeing everybody this weekend at the movie theater or at the Machinist Hall. Come out and hang out with Superman. Come out and hang out with Batman, Robin, the Joker, Harley, Supergirl, Catwoman. The list goes on and on. Ma and Pa Kent. Hey, my mom and Pa Kent will be there.
Yeah, that's right.
So we will. It's going to be awesome. And again, you never know who you're going to be sitting next to in the theater for the movie. You may see Superman, you may see Batman, you may see even Bane in there watching the Superman movie with you.
I want to break your back. Nothing.
I know it. Tell me about it. So look forward to seeing everybody this weekend at the theater. Again, I'm always excited about seeing Superman being on screen, regardless of what version or whatever. I'm hoping James Gunn's version of Superman knocks it and blows it completely out of the water. I do. I look forward to seeing it. The little dog, the Crypto, reminds me a lot of Athena when she was younger.
Uh-huh.
So getting to see Getting to see Crypto running around a little bit is gonna be cute, and all the menacing stuff that Crypto does. You know, Nathan Fillion playing Guy Gardner. I mean, just the clips that I've seen, the previews I've seen, it's Guy Gardner. Hawk Girl, you know, they don't really, they've showed more of Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner than they did of Hawk Girl. So you don't really get a lot of that. So hopefully you get to see a little bit, we're getting to see a little bit more of her in it.
I don't see much on Mr. Terrific either.
Neither have I, other than he's fighting a lot.
Right.
That or him looking at Superman, aren't you gonna do something? No, granted, that was funny.
Yeah.
I am trying to do something. I am doing something. You know. I like the fact that we're getting Superman in, and again,
Rachel says multiple personality disorder is a way of the body.
I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah, no kidding.
I love the fact that they're bringing Superman in basically year 3.
Mm-hmm.
So even though he's been on the Earth since age 3, we're looking at a mid-30s, maybe 30 years worth of soaking up solar radiation, the sun's rays, but we're also getting that Superman, he's not that overly powered God figure like a lot of us are used to seeing in the comic book, even in the comic books.
Right.
Or what we got with Henry Cavill.
Right.
And again, I loved Henry Cavill's version. I wish we could have gotten to see more of the Snyderverse, but it is what it is.
Right.
I would have liked to have seen the Jesse Eisenberg character developed more, which we were looking at getting by the time the movies were over. So again,
that's a message about the Superman.
oh, okay.
Movie.
Okay, it's our
that we're
Superman.
doing next
Okay.
weekend.
So looking forward to that's like even guilty pleasure. It's one of those things. Even Quest for Peace, Superman 4 with Christopher Reeve.
Right.
I still liked it.
Yeah. I mean,
it
wasn't for everybody. But
it wasn't for everybody, and you had a studio that was on the brink of bankruptcy. They were trying to pull all the stops out to make it a big budget thing with all the new CGI, with all what the new computer generated stuff, and there was some stuff that fell short. We see that, but again, it's still a good movie. I've gotten to meet Mark Pello, who played Nuclear Man in the movie multiple times. I got to meet him 2 years ago at Superman Celebration, and I got to hang out with him in my Christopher Reeve suit, which was awesome. No, I don't think it was my Christopher. I think it was just one of my standard.
it's a Superman suit.
It was one of my standard Superman suits, and just getting to hang out with Mark Pello, got an autograph from him, and it was the iconic scene where Luthor and Gene Hackman, God rest his soul, Christopher Reeve, God rest his soul, and Mark Pello were on the balcony of the skyscraper of his penthouse, and it's the first meeting of them 3.
Right.
Or first meeting of Nuclear Man.
Right.
And then as we're talking and everything about the movie, we recreate the fight scene, the standoff part of the fight scene with Christopher Reeve and Mark Pello.
Right.
And it was one of those things. Now this is where it hit me, is as we're sitting there, you've got the one guy, his handler, holding the photo, holding the phone, and Jess is running back and forth, moving my arm, moving my leg, walking over to Mark, and doing basically like we're the 3D claymation figures.
Right.
She is moving us and positioning us all in the right position to mimic the photo.
Right.
And as we're sitting here and we're doing this, all of a sudden you hear the 1, 2, and on 3, Mark goes, and he does something just out of the blue funny. I mean, he just goes like, and ta-da, and something like that.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, everybody in the room loses it.
Yeah.
And then somebody goes, okay, guys, action. And we go whoop, right back into the pose. I mean, not even very little moving of just needing to move us in position. And we snap the picture, and he turns around, he walks up to me, high five, the bro hug. And I was like, dude, that was awesome. Thank you. He goes, I want to thank you because we recreated that exact moment of Superman 4. And I actually did that to Chris.
Uh-huh.
He says, and your reaction was Christopher Reeve's reaction completely. And when it was time to get back to business, it was snap, boom, right back into it.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh my God. I mean, how big of a compliment can you get then, something like that? Now, I'm not trying to boast myself up or anything like that, but that's awesome.
That is awesome.
That would be like you walking up to Danny DeVito and, doing a Batman or, dressed up as Michael Keaton's Batman and I'm Batman, or do something from Batman Returns with Danny DeVito, and Danny DeVito turning around and going,
surveying your handiwork.
Yeah, and Danny DeVito turning around and looking at you
Then
going,
he goes, surveying the devastation of standing mayor's stuff. You're not the mayor. Then he goes, hey, that was good.
Yeah. But again,
I mean, as it was, one time when I went to Metropolis Con, they had Sarah Douglas there.
Yes, I've met her, and I got a story about her, and I will love that lady to the end of the day, end of time.
She is an amazingly gracious. She's a class act. I was dressed as Batman. She walked up to me, looked me up and down, and she goes, "Oh, that's simply smashing." And I was like, I see you're into worshiping things that fly. Good. I don't really fly. I glide. And she started laughing, and she's like, "Oh, that is just so rich. I love it." And then she kept on walking, and I was like, "Yeah."
I had a bad experience. Unfortunately, it was I had a bad experience, and unfortunately, it was one of the final times that this actress was at Metropolis, and she passed away shortly after the Superman celebration.
You talking about Margot?
I'm talking about Margot Kidder. Unfortunately, it wasn't Margot Kidder. It was other people. Not people from the chamber or
Elizabeth.
or any of the Metropolis people. It was the guy. It was the guy that was supposedly her agent or whatever it is that was hanging out with her. 100% rude. I was almost in tears. It was that bad. Because getting to meet Margot dressed, this was the first time ever meeting Margot as Superman. I was wearing the Christopher Reeve suit. And I was going to get an autograph and, just get an autograph, a photo, and I was going to say one of Christopher Reeve's lines to Margot as Superman. And this guy come up 100% rude. It just ruined the whole experience. Sarah Douglas saw the whole thing unfold. And we were walking through trying to get the rest of the autographs. Sarah Douglas stopped everything. I got a photo with her. I got an autograph from her. She saw the way the guy was treated me, treated a bunch of other people, and I mean how, again, Sarah Douglas went above and beyond to try and recover pretty much the bad experience.
Right.
And she did, again, and I will always remember that because, again, unfortunately it was the last time we got to see Margot Kidder, but, being able to see the interaction, having that interaction with Sarah Douglas as well, and the class act that Sarah is 100%. Again, from the bottom of my heart, I mean, it was one of those things.
It's funny when you talk to her or Jack O'Halloran. Nice to be able.
Oh yeah.
I've never met Terrence Stamp.
I never have either. He is a hard person to find because if he does an appearance, it's far and few between. So if you get to see Terrence Stamp,
right,
because he very rarely does autograph signings. I would love to meet Terrence Stamp. What we got?
Johnny Blaze says, I'm giving out autographs. Sure.
Yeah.
You're joking.
But no, Dean Cain, I've met him numerous times, and it's cool when you walk up, and it's, Lonnie, how are you? It's been so long, and it's what type deal.
Yeah.
It's almost like there's this secret clique of Superman that we all like hang out and do.
Right.
And I was like, no, that's not it. Just like, oh my God, he knows who I am. Wow. It was cool meeting him in Memphis and then seeing him a couple weeks later in Metropolis, and that was fun.
They say never meet your heroes; they only disappoint. I wouldn't say that's true.
Who said that?
John.
Well, in some cases, yes. I have met a few actors that I have went, but for the most part, knock on wood, for the most part, everybody that I have met, that I have ended up with, that I've become friends with.
I mean, Red Brown, when he saw me, he was like, "Good to see you again." And,
Yeah.
For actually, I've had more problem with the handlers, the agents that
I have too.
like John Wesley Shipp.
We
Get
went
you in there, he'll get a hug. He loves hanging out with the people. And
we sat there. Well, we ran into John Wesley Shipp in Nashville, and again, about a week before Metropolis, and we stood there and talked to him for over 30 minutes. I mean, he was an awesome guy.
Right.
Matter of fact, even showed him the picture where from the first, he even remembered it. Especially when I turned around and said, "Yeah," I said, "I don't know if you remember me." He goes, and he did. He goes, "Kate Gerardo," and I went, "Yeah." He goes, "I remember," and I'm like, "Crap."
I'm sorry.
And I flipped the photo. He goes, "That was it." He goes, "Yeah, you're the one that took all my." He goes, "You're the one that took all my cred." I was like, "Oh," dude. And we did. We stood there and we had a blast. I mean, and sitting there talking with him. So again, and then again, a lot of your entertainers. I couldn't tell you how many entertainers I've met are normal people. And they're normal people, but when they're out with their family or something like that, the reason why you see somebody that you get look at what happened with Jensen Ackles the other day, just the other day when it got on the news. He was walking out of a movie premiere or something. He was walking out. No, I think it was like his hotel to go to like a movie premiere or something like that, and he got mobbed right there inside the door. And there was somebody that started. There was a lady standing. It wasn't his wife, I don't believe, but there was a lady standing in front of him trying to help. It was almost like she was helping clear the path so we could get to the car. And some guy reached up, grabbed a hold of her, and started yanking her out of the way. And Jensen Ackles was like, "Oh, whoa, hold it right now!" And it was somebody trying to get an autograph. And he's like, "No, we're not playing this." And he refused to sign everything. I mean, rightfully so. I mean, it just takes that one.
It takes one guy to ruin it for everybody else.
I mean, how many times have we been sitting out there for dinner, and I'm gonna have to joke, Johnny Blaze. I'm gonna tell this story. How many times have we had that? You and I have had that, and it ended up. We ended up getting our food comped on this one.
Right.
But how many times have you and I been sitting at a restaurant in costume, and gotten interrupted 100 times for photos?
Right.
You know, and it's like, please let me finish my food. Right. And this is back when we had Johnny and his significant other, and Jess and I, we were down in Paducah, and we stopped in at the Cracker Barrel.
Right.
And they ended up, we had so many people ask us for photos that they ended up, and this was even the kitchen cook, the managers, and everything else come out to take photos, along with patrons come out. They ended up comping our meal and giving us all fresh food because of how much it pulled us away from our table.
Right.
Then,
it happens.
Yeah, it happens. But, you know, again, we're not big and famous, and I was like, we just let it roll off of us.
Right.
You know? But it helped with a little bit of our popularity, too.
Right.
But then, Johnny, who is dressed as the Joker.
Right.
As we're leaving, you have my wife, his wife, who they were dating at the time, or engaged, one of the two.
Right.
And then me, and then dressed as Superman, and then him as Joker. Mm-hmm. As we're walking out the door, the ladies are going out to pay for our meal. That's how we found out that our meals were comped, because of everything. Mm-hmm. He stops in front of the huge fireplace, and then just starts ad-libbing.
Okay.
Just off the wall. I don't remember what it was. It was about thank you for all your food. You never know what you're going to eat. You don't know if I tainted with it or something. You know, something being typical Joker.
Right.
And next thing you know, I stopped. I went, ladies. They went, what? I went, damn. And I walked back. I grabbed him by the crick of the neck, on the back of the collar. Mm-hmm. I lifted him up, and I said, sorry, folks. Have a good lunch or have a good dinner. Sorry about this. I'll take care of our problem. And I walked out the door with him. Uh-huh. We had a standing ovation. It was, he started it. I just rolled with it. It was perfect.
Right.
And now every time that we'd go in there, you wouldn't believe on how, if there's a cook or there's somebody there that was still there from that like 8 years ago.
Right.
They still remember that. I mean, that's the type of impressions I love to leave. I love to leave. So it's,
here's something that happened last Thursday. Okay. Mm-hmm. Usually I dress as Batman for an event.
Right.
I was dressed as Captain America. A lot of people, they say, why weren't you Captain America at this event? So I'm dressed as Captain.
And then now it's why weren't you? Yeah, you were Batman last year.
I was Batman last year, and they were like, you should have been Captain America. So I'm Captain America this year. They're like, why aren't you Batman this year? And then one kid come up to me and he goes, you may be dressed as Cap, but I know who you are. You're Batman. And he turned around and ran off. And I was like, that's because I'm a master of disguise.
Yeah.
And he's like,
no, about the biggest thing we had was about the biggest thing from 4th of July is the color guard was getting ready to step out. We're starting to step out and do that. And we still had people trying to come up and get photos and stuff like that. I'm sorry. If you don't know, Dennis is a veteran. I'm a former law enforcement officer. I am law enforcement. We've got multiple people in our group that are either law enforcement, veterans, or active military. And we had several of them there at the 4th of July celebration. And, I want to apologize to the people or anybody that was trying to come up and get photos during this. But again, when you're doing the colors and the national anthem, it's a respect thing. We 100% wholeheartedly, we stop everything and stand at attention and do what we do to respect not only the flag but also recognizing our country. So
Right.
again,
Luckily, the
regardless,
kids were cool.
oh yeah, kids were cool about it.
They were-
Regardless of where your side is, this is one country. This is one again, just like the Pledge of Allegiance. This is one nation under God. So again, and that's the thing I love about freedom of speech and everything else. We can agree. Dennis and I can agree and disagree on a lot of stuff. And again, here we are, 10 years, 10 and a half years, still strong as best friends. Sometimes we want to look at each other and go like, what is that? The spy versus spy. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes the arguments devolve into, I can't be wrong, I'm Superman.
Oh,
You have to be wrong because I'm Batman.
Yeah.
And when you get to that part of the argument's pretty much over because there's nobody.
Nobody's going to win it. So yeah. But no, again, it's so again, love everybody. Regardless of what you believe in, what you don't believe in. That's what I love about this country. You can believe in what you want. You can, and it's that's your God-given right. So again, what we got? Superman movie. Oh, that you're looking at the chat.
Yeah.
Again, I know. Again, I'm looking forward to the movie again. Again, Jess is upstairs trying to work out, get some stuff taken care of with the Superman stuff and our volunteers, Superman movie and our volunteers. So again, I went through a lot of the stuff that I have here. Trust me, I've got a lot of Superman stuff. Some stuff I never thought I would ever in my lifetime own. I've got, granted they're reprints, but I've got reprints of Action Comic #1. I never thought in a million years I'd even come close to even owning something resembling an Action Comic #1 unless it was in a group of comics, like in a omnibus. But I've got several issues of Action Comic #1. You would not believe the comic books I have. So, again, I'm a diehard Superman fan. I'm looking forward to seeing the movie. Again, whether you like Kirk Allen, Christopher Reeve, George Reeve, and yes, I said those in the wrong order. Dean Cain, George Newbern, Henry Cavill, Gerard Christopher, who played Superboy, but was it Newton?
Yeah.
John
Newton.
John Newton. Tyler Hoechlin. Henry Cavill, I probably already said, or even David Cornsweet. Again, you love
Chuck Woolery.
Yeah. Again, you love Superman. Regardless of what version you're getting.
Right.
Again, just sit and enjoy the movie. Again, I was a skeptic on it too when they said James Gunn was coming in. Again, yes, I would like to see Snyder finish his cut of everything that he was looking at doing. But you know what? We're at a different time. We're at a different set of management. I want to see what James Gunn has to offer. And what I'm seeing so far in the previews, I like it.
All right.
So the suit. I had to grow on the suit, but after digging a little bit more into the suit, which I do own, and you will see it Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, maybe even Sunday, this week at the Superman premiere and at Toy Man. Again, it's a combination of every Superman out there. It has the Christopher Reeve flair. It has a Kirk Allen and George Reed flair to it. It has Frank Miller flair. It's got an Alex Ross flair to it. It's got a New 52 flair, Cavill flair. It's got a little bit of every one of those Superman all in that one suit. And, I like it. I do. I really do like it. I'm looking at getting in the process of trying to figure out how to get a better tailored suit to make it look a little bit better. That way I can actually do my flying poses if I need to. Right now I can only go to here because of the way it's tailored. But that's okay.
Yeah. I'm having a similar problem with the Aquaman suit.
Yeah.
I can do this, fling the trident around or whatever. But if you want me to do this, it's not.
So don't throw him into the water.
So if I swim, it's going to be.
You're going to be paddling your feet like this.
Yeah, like the man from Atlantis or like a seal or something. So, but anyway, I put it on and was like, man, do I feel kingly now? It's like, yeah.
And then he goes, I smell fish.
Yes, yeah. Is there a girl around here somewhere?
Oh my God. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. I'm waiting on Jess to yell.
Forgeries.
I'm waiting on Jess to yell phone forgeries, or either that, or I'm waiting on you to walk around the corner and you get something chucked at you.
I want to see that.
But
I don't want to see that.
But no, look forward to seeing
My
everything.
beef is gone forever.
Superman's about ready to kick Batman's tail in. But no, look forward to seeing everybody this weekend, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. At not only at the Cake Theater Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then at the Machinist Hall at Toyman on Sunday. And then Sunday evening, I'm relaxing, possibly.
What is this relaxing you speak of?
I don't know. Because it's probably going to be coming home, unpacking, and working on Heroes for Kids Comicon.
Right. Yes.
Which is July 19th and 20th.
Right. Which is funny because this is my last week before my vacation starts.
You just jinxed yourself on the vacation stuff.
No, I didn't. It's the shutdown for TG. So
you just jinxed yourself on the vacation stuff.
Well, Karen already knows.
You said it, not me.
Right.
You're the one in trouble.
Karen and I have talked it out and got everything lined out.
I'm kidding.
I'm
Just
busy,
kidding.
I'm busy. I won't be able to do it. She's like, I get it. So we're cool.
Awesome.
So
No, awesome. It is cool. Again, all jokes aside, it's
all jokes aside. Everybody pretty
almost
much
done. Hey, Superman, look, flying.
Yeah, we're talking everybody. My parents, the ex-wife, my kid. I'm like, yeah. Everybody knows.
Dennis
Dennis
is incognito.
Yeah,
Dennis is Heroes for Kids' property for next week.
I got other things going on. Don't come at me with any projects. I don't care who you are. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I've got other things going on, and and I tried. I said, hey, I've got all this PPO. I would like to take a week off afterwards. No. I wanted another week to recoup, man.
I got Monday. I got Thursday. No, correction. I got Friday, then the con. So Saturday, Sunday, which I always get, and then unless something big's going on with the department, so I've got Friday and Monday off for the con.
Right.
So did you get Monday off?
No, I tried.
I'm the only. Are you gonna be able? Are you gonna try? Are you gonna try to let us see if they'll let you come up and do the? At least hang out with us for a little bit at Villainous Grounds on Monday.
I tried. I really tried. There's somebody already off, so I couldn't get it. I was like, well, crap.
I'm gonna be the only one there. So
Right.
apparently,
Right.
so yeah. But
you know how it is. Batman's always got some other mission he's
Yeah.
got to be on. He can't always be there.
he's trying. Never mind. I'll keep that one to myself.
Yeah.
He's already getting us into deep water with some of his other comments.
Right. I like dancing on the edge of Mongolian beef.
No. What time you got?
It's about 8:11,
8:11.
so we probably need to wrap this
Let's
up.
go ahead and wrap it up a little bit tonight because we still got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So again, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Thursday and Friday from 6:30 to 10 o'clock. Come out and hang out with your superheroes and villains at the Cape Marcus Theater in Cape Girardeau, Missouri for the premiere of Superman. Saturday from 10 to whenever they kick us out of the theater. That's on Saturday. Sunday, we will be in St. Louis at Bridgeton, or in Bridgeton, for Toyman off of St. Charles Rock Road. Come up, that will be Paul Taylor and Patricia Patz will be there. And then that following weekend, 19th and 20th, Heroes For Kids Comicon. Vendors. The early load-in starts at 2 o'clock, runs from 2 to 7 on that Friday.
Right.
So come out, let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Sponsorships, if you please get on there, sponsor. The more money we raise, the more money that we bring in, the more money we get to donate to our awesome
The more money
charities.
we pay out.
Yeah.
So,
So-
yeah. So if you see Paul Taylor, tell him
He'll always have
his
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A buddy
Says hello.
says hello. We'll always have Chick-fil-A.
You ought to send me a small
I
30
should.
second.
I think I will.
You ought to send me a 30-second video or just a small. Paul, so like say, Paul, sorry I can't be there, but we'll always have Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that just for you. You can show him and see what he says. Let me know.
I will.
In fact, you can even video and send it back to me.
I will see what
what
he
he
can do.
says.
I'll see what we can do. That's going to be awesome. But no, please check out heroesforkidscomicon.org for all your updates and stuff. Get your tickets and everything sponsor needs. All here on heroesforkidscomicon.org.
And remember, the tickets you get off of here or that you buy at the door are the true tickets.
Yes.
If somebody says I've got tickets, they're scamming you.
Yep. If you have questions, please contact Jess or I on our Facebook Messenger. We will clear it up immediately.
Yeah.
Also, check out Heroes for Kids, Perryville Mo. That is our Facebook page, our Instagram page, and our YouTube page.
Yes.
So please check all those out. Let's have some fun this week and next week. And we'll hopefully see you at the movie theater, at Toyman, and definitely at Heroes for Kids Comicon. We love you all. Thank you all for all your support. Dennis, you got anything else?
Nope, that's pretty much everything.
Awesome. Good night.
Good night.